Hey there, drone fans. Rick here again from Drone Valley. In today's clip, I'd like to take a closer look at a brand new tablet adapter kit for your Mavic Pro controller. Now, if you're a fan of the channel, you know I've reviewed several of these over the last couple of months that I found to be really interesting, and I felt they were good solutions for adding a larger tablet to the smaller Mavic controller. But the companies that build these accessories are constantly tinkering with their product, looking to make it a little better. Maybe they're on the chat rooms that we all join and listening to the conversations about what we need with a particular accessory, or they're asking me questions at trade shows or you guys questions, and they're taking those suggestions and they're bundling them into the next product they release. So what this product represents is the state of the art, the latest iteration, if you will, of a tablet adapter for the Mavic Pro. Now, if you already own a tablet adapter, maybe you bought it from me, you bought it from somewhere else, and you're happy with it, there's no reason to upgrade to this one. But if you're new to the Mavic flying experience and you need a tablet adapter for your controller, or maybe you've outgrown the tablet adapter you've got because you bought a bigger tablet and the one you've got can't handle it, this might be a good option for you. Now, when I do these reviews, I compare this product to other products I've bought. I buy a ton of technology. I'm sure it's the geek in me that has me out there buying new accessories every week. I do that primarily because I love flying, and anything I can find to make that experience more fun or safer or quicker, I'll look into that accessory. Now, to be honest, most of the stuff I buy never makes it into a clip because I'll buy it based on the promises they make when they sell it to you, and then I get it out in the field and I find out it really can't do that, or it's kind of a clunky setup, or it's too complicated to use, and they just go up on a shelf someplace. So the products I talk about are products that I feel comfortable, that I've used for a while, that you'll enjoy, that are reasonably priced, that are durable. Those type of things really matter to me. So what I'm hoping to do with these clips is not only talk about this box, and what it can do for you, but how it differs from other products that are similar in the market space. Because when I look for a review, I don't want to just know what it says on the box. I want to know, why would I spend my hard-earned money on it, and how is it different than the other stuff on the planet? So anyway, that's where I'll go with this one. Now, this product has a couple of key features that I've been looking for in tablet adapters with all the ones that I've tested, and they've kind of bundled them all into the same box and actually added one other cool feature I hadn't thought about, and I'll get into that sort of towards the end of the conversation. All right, so the first thing I like to judge these tablet adapters on, or any accessory really, is the portability. I don't want to have something that when I get out in the field, most of the tablet adapters that are out there come in 3 or 4 pieces that you put in your kit, and when you get out to the field, you got to be on your knees and you're assembling the thing up. I don't want to MacGyver something. I want to just take it out of my box, pop it into the controller, and get up and flying, because the whole reason I'm going out that day is to get up flying. And any time I spend putting something together, taking it apart at the end of the day, is just wasted time for me. So these guys have figured out a way to make this tablet adapter completely foldable, so it folds in on itself, and it's a very small compact package, which is really nice. So you get out to the field, you open it up pretty quickly, you snap it in the bottom of your controller handles, and you're off and flying for the day. So I like that an awful lot. The next component that's really important to me, or feature that's important to me, is the fact that I want the tablet adapter to have some kind of rotation ability where the tablet sits. So this one has a 360-degree rotation in the holder, which means it may not seem like that simple a thing, but what it means to you is that you can spin the tablet above or below the controller. So when you're holding the controller, a lot of people don't care about seeing this LED display if they've got their tablet in there, because all the information is sort of replicated on that. Other people like to see that LED display. So having a tablet adapter that'll rotate the tablet above it and below it allows me to adjust for the times that I want to see the LED, or if I don't care about the LED, I can spin it up and it gives me a little better balance. Now, if you spin the tablet above the controller, it makes it almost a neutral balance where you don't feel the weight of the tablet. If you spin it below so you can see the LEDs, it'll rest on your forearms. And that's the way I like to fly, because I like to have that extra support on my forearms to hold the tablet if I'm flying with a larger tablet. And what I like about that, again, is it gives you the choice to do that. It also holds gigantic tablets. So it'll go all the way from a 4-inch phone up to a 12-inch tablet, which is something that's unique in the space. A lot of them kind of drift off at around that 10 or 11-inch mark. This one will go right up to a 12-inch, and it's got fold-out arms for the smaller phones. So if you're using an older phone or some of the smaller phones, 2 little arms flip up and it catches it in the top of that assembly to hold it. So that's some of the cool features. And then there's one other hidden feature I'll talk about at the end, which I think is kind of James Bondish. All right, so out of the gate, you're going to get a really nice box. Inside the box, you're going to get the tablet holder inside of a nice little protective bag. Again, another nice touch here that they give you a little bag to carry this thing around with. So there's the bag. There's the tablet holder. And you can tell that it's extremely thin and it's very well designed. Flips out and spins up like this. This part goes into the handles of the controller, and this is where you hold your tablet. And again, you can see this thing expands to a gigantic size. Now right now I've got it set up where it's actually over the top of the controller, but if I spin it around this way, the tablet's below the controller. So that's what I was talking about a minute ago, but this is completely adjustable to whatever size tablet you need. If you're gonna put a smaller phone in there, like I said, there's two little flip out buttons. Anybody that's flown a Phantom product knows that the same thing happens on those controllers, and your phone would go on the top of this. So anything smaller than about a 6-inch would fit up top. Anything larger than that would go down, you know, in the full width of it. It also has two little eyelets here, which are used for hanging this. So you can put a lanyard around your neck, which by the way they include, so that's really nice. That's why they're calling it a kit. So the lanyard's in there, and you can actually hang this around your neck so when you're not using it, you can let your controller dangle in front of you. Now, some of the key points here are, in previous versions of tablet holders, the part that actually went into the handles, this part that fit into the grips on the bottom, was so thin that if you put it in the grips, it worked great when you were using it. The minute you dropped it to here, the controller would shoot out the bottom of it and would fall on the ground. You'd end up with a tablet hanging around your neck. They've engineered these to be the perfect thickness to fit into those grips to actually hold on. And you'll find the first couple times you use it, it's really tricky to get those handles on it because you got to push in a little bit. And I thought, well, that's kind of a pain in the neck. But then the more I thought about it, that's exactly what I want. I want it to be nice and firm in there, so when I drop that, I can dangle it around my neck by those two eyelet holes. The last thing I'll talk about, and I'll show you how it works in a second, is this hidden feature I talked about before, this James Bond feature. If you guys are a fan of James Bond, that Aston Martin car he had, you know, guns shooting out and oil slicks out the back. I always love the way they found cool ways to hide things in there. This has got a hidden compartment in the base. So in the base of this is a tiny little hidden compartment down here that has space for all of your lenses. So if you're flying with any kind of ND filters or MCUV filters, they'll fit in the bottom. You can hold them there. There's room in there for MicroSD cards. So if you go out and you've got a couple of MicroSD cards, you can slide them in those slots there. And there's also a wrench here. And I thought, well, why'd they put a wrench in there? What's that all about? Well, that wrench is the exact size to tighten these two pivot points on this holder. So if you want to make it a little looser so the tablet moves a little bit, you can loosen it up, or you can tighten it up depending on your taste. And then they also include stickers so you can label up exactly which ND filter or MCUV filter is in what slots. They've really thought everything through, and I thought that feature is kind of a clever thing. I haven't seen a tablet holder yet that has that. And when you think about it, that is really wasted space. So when I talked before about them going back to their labs and coming up with these magical innovations, that's one of them that I like an awful lot. So to use this, it's really straightforward. It basically slides into the controller with those two eyelets down. And then you clamp it in from either side. And again, this is the part that takes a little bit of work to get it in there. Once it's clamped in tight like this, and again, I've only done this about 90 times. There we go. You can see that's in there. It's in there nice and tight. That's not going anywhere. And then you've got the tablet adapter that spins up. Now I've got it below right now. I'm sorry, I've got it above right now. So when I smack my tablet in there, you can see that it's blocking the display. But if I spin it down, it doesn't block the display. So you can actually see the display there. So that's what I was talking about, the 360-degree rotation. You can put it in portrait mode too. I don't know why you would ever do that, but you can stop it in portrait mode. And this will fit a wide variety of tablets. Now you guys know that if you have an iPad Mini 4, you can slide that directly in the handles below. So you don't really need a tablet adapter for that, but if you want to use one, you can. But it'll fit the NVIDIA. It'll even fit some of the larger tablets like this Asus. This is a gigantic tablet. This is one I fly with an awful lot. And you can see pretty quickly that I rest that on my arms, so I can see the display up front. I can rest that on my arms, and I can get to all the controls I need to get to. And there's a lot of flexibility here of how wide that goes underneath, and I can get to all the buttons. So I like to fly like that. A lot of guys like to spin it above like this and actually not worry about that LED display. And you can still rest it on your sleeves, but it's more in your hands than it is on your sleeves. But I like to see that display. I like to spin it below and see that display. So that's basically how it works there. And again, I've got it loose right now. You can tighten those up quite a bit, but that's how you go out and fly for the day, and you've got a perfect view of your unit, and you can have your lanyard below. Now, if the lanyard's on and you let it drop, it's gonna hang in front of you like this, and you can use your hands to do something else. When you're done for the day, you basically just pull your tablet out of it like you do normally. You fold this guy up, spin it around. Let me take it out of the hand grips first. Spin it around like this and close it up. And that's as small as it gets. So for me, that's a really tiny package. And when I evaluate any kind of accessory, as you guys know, what I like to do is look at the cost, the functionality. I really look at the durability, but more than anything else, I want it to be a simple solution. I don't want to have a little bit of instruction with me to figure out how to put the thing together and make it work. I like it to be quick and clean. This really ticks all those boxes. It's not the cheapest tablet adapter on the market, but you're getting the tablet adapter, the lanyard, the carrying case, so it's really a complete kit. It's lightweight, it's small enough. I don't know how you could make it any smaller. I also like the fact that I can eliminate my lens carrying case, which I have to carry today for my ND filters and my MCUV filters. I now can put those all in here, and that's one more piece of gear that I don't have to drag along with me. So for me, this is a really well-built product. I like it an awful lot. And again, I'm not saying you should buy this if you already have one. You may want to upgrade to it if you like the features that are in it. But for me, it's a good option going forward for larger tablets, or somebody that's just starting out in the hobby that maybe got their Mavic Pro recently and realized, geez, I can't put a tablet in it. This would be a good option to go with. So we offer these on the website. You can probably find them all over the net. Like I say every time, check Amazon, check eBay. But if you want to support the channel, you can buy them from us. There's a link below to do that. I have plenty of them in stock right now. So if you're ready to go with this, just click the link and you're off and running. At the end of these clips, I always like to thank you guys for watching, because it really does inspire me to do more of these, because you're leaving me some great comments about the technology. Apparently you're liking the clips. You seem to be enjoying them an awful lot. And that's very gratifying to me to know that the work that I'm putting into these clips is really benefiting other flyers out there, because at the end of the day, man, I just love flying. And I know you guys do too. So if I discover something that I find interesting to you, I'm going to talk about it and I'll put a clip together. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please tick that box and subscribe. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about or anything in general, drop them below and I'll try to get back to you as quickly as I can. And as always, I'm having a lot of fun, so as long as you guys find value in these, I'll keep making them. Happy flying.